Hey Taurus, I just pulled the cards for you and what came up is absolutely willed. Someone in your orbit thinks you have completely lost interest in them and oh my goodness, the energy here is about to blow their mind. Let me walk you through what the universe is showing me right now, because this reading is packed with unexpected turns. So I shuffled the deck with your energy in mind, and the first card that came forward is King of Pentacles. This card is showing me someone who sees you as extremely stable and grounded right now. You know what is fascinating about this energy? This person has been watching you from a distance, and they genuinely believe you have moved on completely. They see how you have been building your life, focusing on your goals, creating this solid foundation for yourself, and they are interpreting your stability as total disinterest in them. The King of Pentacles represents this incredible self-sufficiency you have developed, and honestly, Taurus, this is not you playing games or pretending. You actually have been focusing on yourself and your own growth. The cards are telling me you have been in this mode where you are prioritizing your career, your finances, your personal development, and this person is sitting there thinking they have been completely erased from your mind. But here is where it gets interesting, because this is just what they think is happening. The reality the cards are about to reveal is going to show something entirely different underneath the surface. What strikes me most about the King of Pentacles here is the level of maturity and emotional independence you have achieved. You are not the same person you were several months ago. You have done real internal work, and this shows in how you carry yourself now. This person sees someone who does not need them anymore, and that realization is both terrifying and magnetic to them at the same time. The King of Pentacles energy is about being complete within yourself, and you have truly embodied that frequency. You stopped chasing, stopped waiting by the phone, stopped hoping they would notice you. You redirected all that energy into building something real and tangible in your life. Maybe you have been crushing it at work. Maybe you finally started that side project you always talked about. Maybe you have been hitting the gym and transforming your body. Whatever form it took, you have been busy creating your own empire, and this person can sense the shift. They can feel that your energy is no longer oriented toward them, and it is creating this strange panic in their system. The second card that appeared is Two of Wands, and this is where the plot thickens beautifully. Two of Wands is about choices and decisions, standing at a crossroads. This card is revealing that while you have been building your kingdom, this person has been standing at their own crossroads trying to figure out what to do about the situation. They are holding two wands, which symbolizes having options and possibilities in front of them. One path leads toward you, and one path leads away. But here is the twist the cards are showing me. They thought they had all the time in the world to decide. They thought you would always be there as an option, waiting in the background while they figured out their life. Your apparent disinterest has completely disrupted their timeline. Suddenly, the choice is becoming urgent because they realize you might actually slip away permanently. The Two of Wands shows someone looking out at the horizon, contemplating their next move, and this person is doing exactly that right now. They are assessing their options, reconsidering their priorities, and your name keeps coming up in their mind. What I find really compelling about Two of Wands in this position is the theme of planning and strategy. This person is not just randomly thinking about you, they are actually strategizing about how to reconnect. They are considering different approaches, weighing the risks, thinking about timing. But they are also dealing with their own pride and ego, because reaching out means admitting they made a mistake and letting you drift away. The card shows someone who wants to expand their world and include new possibilities, but they are realizing that some of their best possibilities might have been right in front of them all along. You represent something they took for granted, and now they are seeing the value they overlooked. The Two of Wands energy is making them restless and contemplative. They cannot stop thinking about what could be possible if they made a different choice. Now the third card comes through, and it is Two of Pentacles. Oh, Taurus, this is fascinating because we are seeing a pattern with these twos appearing. Two of Pentacles is about juggling multiple priorities, trying to maintain balance between different areas of life. This card is revealing that this person has been trying to balance their life without you in it, and they are discovering it is harder than they expected. They thought removing you from the equation would simplify things, but instead they are finding themselves constantly off balance. Two of Pentacles shows someone juggling, trying to keep everything in the air, and this person is realizing that you were actually a stabilizing force in their life, not a complication. They are dealing with work stress, personal issues, other relationships, and they keep finding themselves thinking about how much easier things felt when you were around. The card depicts someone in motion, constantly adjusting, and this person has been doing a lot of adjusting, trying to fill the space you used to occupy. What really stands out about Two of Pentacles here is the element of realization through contrast. Sometimes you do not know what you had until you try to live without it. This person is getting a very real education in your value through your absence. They are discovering that other connections do not give them what you gave them. Other people do not understand them the way you did. The ease and natural flow they had with you is not something they can just recreate with someone else. Two of Pentacles is also about flexibility and adaptation, but there is a limit to how much juggling someone can do before they drop something important. This person is approaching that limit, and they are starting to realize they dropped the wrong thing when they let you go. The energy of this card suggests they are in a constant state of trying to make their current situation work, but it keeps feeling incomplete. The fourth card that emerged is the World, and wow, Taurus, this is huge. The World is the final card of the major arcana, representing completion, fulfillment, achievement, and cosmic alignment. This card is showing me that you are entering a phase of completion and wholeness in your own life. While this other person has been juggling and deliberating, you have been moving toward your own sense of completion. The World represents reaching the end of one cycle and standing on the threshold of something entirely new. You are not stuck anymore, you are not waiting anymore, you are not incomplete anymore. You have done the work, learned the lessons, integrated the experiences, and now you are standing in your own power, feeling whole and complete within yourself. This is what is making this person panic, because they can sense you are about to level up into a completely different chapter of your life. The World card is absolutely beautiful in this position because it is confirming that your apparent disinterest is not fake or strategic, it is real growth. You genuinely have moved into a different energetic space. You have completed your healing journey around whatever happened between you and this person. You have closed that chapter with grace and dignity. The World shows a figure dancing in a laurel wreath surrounded by the symbols of the four elements representing mastery and integration. You have mastered the lesson this connection was meant to teach you. You have integrated the experience into your wisdom. You are no longer the person who needed their validation or attention. This completion is visible to anyone paying attention, and this person is definitely paying attention. They can see you glowing with this sense of accomplishment and self-possession, and it is magnetic in a way that neediness never was. Card number 5 brings us Death, and before anyone freaks out, let me explain what this card is really about. Death in Tarot is about transformation, endings that make way for new beginnings, the absolute necessity of letting go to make room for something better. This card is showing the transformation that has been happening in your life, Taurus. You have let die the version of yourself that would have accepted breadcrumbs or waited around hoping someone would choose you. That version of you has died and has been composted into fertile soil for your new growth. But here is what is significant about death appearing in this reading. It is also showing the death of this person's assumptions about you. Their belief that you are still hung up on them is dying. Their assumption that they have unlimited time to decide about you is dying. Their idea that they can come and go from your life as they please is dying. Death is the great equalizer and transformer, and it is working its magic on this entire dynamic. The Death card is one of the most powerful cards in the deck because it represents change that cannot be undone. You cannot go back to who you were before. This person cannot go back to taking you for granted. The old dynamic has died, and if anything is going to be built between you in the future, it will have to be something completely new, built on a different foundation. What I am seeing with Death here is that this brutal change the reading is talking about is not just about their perception shifting, it is about the actual death of old patterns and the birth of new possibilities. Death clears the field completely. It takes everything down to bare earth so new seeds can be planted. This person is about to witness the death of their control over the situation and the birth of your true independence. That is a massive shift in power dynamics, and it is going to change everything about how they approach you. The sixth card is Two of Cups, and now we are getting to the juicy part. Two of Cups is the relationship card about connection, partnership, mutual attraction, and equal exchange. After all these other cards showing your independence and their confusion, the Two of Cups appears to say that there is potential for genuine connection here, but only under completely different terms than before. This card shows two people facing each other with cups raised in a toast of mutual respect and recognition. The key word here is mutual. This is not about someone chasing while the other runs. This is not about unequal power dynamics. Two of Cups represents the possibility of meeting as equals, both bringing something valuable to the table, both choosing each other freely. The appearance of this card suggests that once this person realizes you have truly moved into your own power and are not sitting around waiting for them, the dynamic can shift into something more balanced and healthy. What makes Two of Cups powerful in this reading is that it comes after all the transformation and growth. It is not about going back to how things were, it is about the potential to create something new. This card represents conscious choice and clear communication. If this person wants any kind of connection with you, going forward, they are going to have to show up differently. They are going to have to be honest about their feelings, clear about their intentions, and willing to meet you where you are now, not where you used to be. The Two of Cups energy is beautiful and harmonious, but it requires both people to be emotionally available and ready to build something real. This card is telling me that the potential exists, but it depends entirely on whether this person is willing to do their own growth work and show up as an equal partner. Card 7 is Ace of Cups, and this is incredibly significant. Ace of Cups represents new emotional beginnings, the offer of love, emotional fulfillment, and the opening of the heart. This card is showing that there is about to be a new emotional offer on the table. Whether it comes from this specific person or from someone else entirely, the universe is preparing to present you with a genuine opportunity for emotional connection. Ace of Cups is the hand of the universe extending a cup overflowing with emotional potential. This is not about recycling old dynamics or settling for less than you deserve. This is about pure, fresh, new emotional energy coming into your life. What is beautiful about Ace of Cups appearing here is that it confirms you are not going to be emotionally empty or alone. Your independence and self-completion is not leading to isolation. It is actually making you magnetic to healthy emotional connections. The timing of Ace of Cups in this reading suggests that your transformation and the completion energy of the World card has opened you up to receive at a completely different level. You are no longer accepting crumbs, so the universe can offer you the whole feast. Ace of Cups represents the beginning of emotional abundance, and it can manifest in multiple ways. It might be this person finally getting their act together and offering you something real. It might be someone new entering your life who is actually ready for what you have to offer. It might even be a deepening of your relationship with yourself and your own emotional landscape. The cup is overflowing, which means there is more than enough love and emotional fulfillment available to you. You are not going to have to beg or convince anyone to choose you. The right connections are going to flow to you naturally because you are vibrating at such a clear frequency now. The 8th card brings us, the star, and I actually gasped when this one came through. The star is the card of hope, healing, divine guidance, and cosmic blessings. This card appears after the Tower in the tarot sequence, representing the hope that emerges after destruction and chaos. In your reading, the star is telling me that you have moved through your own Tower moment, your own destruction of illusions and false hopes, and now you are in the healing phase where real hope is being restored. The star shows a figure pouring water onto land and into water, representing the flow of healing energy and spiritual nourishment. You are being blessed right now, Taurus, whether you can feel it or not. The universe is pouring healing and guidance into your life. Your clarity about your worth and your willingness to walk away from what does not serve you has activated cosmic support. What makes the star so powerful here is that it represents you becoming a beacon. You are shining so brightly right now that people can see you from a distance. This is why this person suddenly notices that you have lost interest, because your light is visible and it is not pointed at them anymore. The star energy is also about being guided by something higher than ego or fear. You are being guided by your own inner knowing, by your connection to something greater than yourself. This person can sense that you are operating from a different frequency now, and it is both intimidating and attractive. The star promises that as long as you stay connected to your truth and keep following your inner guidance, you are going to be led exactly where you need to be. The right people will find you. The right opportunities will present themselves. You do not have to force anything because you are aligned with cosmic flow. Card number 9 is Page of Swords, and this brings an interesting energy to the reading. Page of Swords is about communication, curiosity, new ideas, and messages. This card is telling me that communication is about to happen. Someone is going to reach out with a message, or there is going to be a conversation that brings new information to light. Page of Swords represents youthful, curious energy, someone who wants to know more, who has questions, who is trying to gather information. This person who thinks you have lost interest is moving into a phase where they are going to want to investigate whether their assumption is correct. They might reach out directly, or they might try indirect methods to gauge where you are at. Page of Swords can also represent you receiving information that helps you understand the situation more clearly. Messages have a way of arriving when this card appears. The Page of Swords energy suggests there is going to be some kind of mental breakthrough or revelation through communication. Truth is going to come out, conversations are going to happen that clarify intentions and feelings. This card encourages you to stay sharp and observant, Taurus. Pay attention to what people say and how they say it. Notice the patterns in communication. Page of Swords is clever and strategic, but also honest and direct. When the communication comes, be clear about your boundaries and expectations. Do not let anyone talk you into settling for less than you deserve. Use your mind and your discernment. Ask the questions that matter. The Page of Swords gives you permission to be curious and investigative. You do not have to accept things at face value. Dig deeper if something does not add up. This card is also suggesting that you might want to communicate your own truth clearly. Sometimes people assume things about us because we have not explicitly stated where we stand. The final card in this reading is the High Priestess, and wow, this is the perfect card to complete this journey. The High Priestess is about intuition, inner knowing, hidden knowledge, and trusting yourself above all external voices. This card is telling you that you already know the truth about this situation, Taurus. Deep down in your gut, in your bones, in your soul, you know what is real and what is not. You know whether this person's sudden interest is genuine or just ego-driven. You know whether this connection has real potential or if it is just your history playing tricks on your heart. The High Priestess sits between two pillars representing the gateway between the conscious and unconscious mind. She holds the scroll of hidden knowledge, and she is inviting you to trust your inner wisdom above everything else. What I love about the High Priestess appearing as your final card is that it puts you in the power position. You are not waiting for this person to decide anything. You are not hanging on their every move, trying to interpret signals. You are sitting in your own throne of inner knowing, trusting yourself completely. The High Priestess knows what she knows, and she does not need external validation. She trusts her intuition over anyone else's opinion. This is where you are, Taurus. You have access to all the information you need inside yourself. Trust your gut feelings about this person and this situation. If something feels off, it probably is. If your intuition tells you to wait, trust that timing. If your inner knowing says this person is not ready for you, believe it. The High Priestess energy is powerful and mysterious, and it is telling this person that they cannot read you anymore. You have become enigmatic and self-contained, and that is incredibly attractive, but also slightly unnerving to someone who is used to knowing where they stand with you. So here is what is going to happen, Taurus, based on everything the cards revealed. This person who thinks you have lost interest is about to experience a massive wake-up call. They are going to realize that you actually have moved on in the most profound way possible. Not because you hate them, but because you have evolved past the version of yourself that would accept less than you deserve. Their assumptions are going to die a necessary death, and they are going to be faced with a choice: either level up and meet you where you are now, or watch you move forward without them. The Two of Cups and Ace of Cups promise that genuine connection is available to you, whether with this person or someone else, but it is going to be on completely different terms. The World and the Star confirm that you are in a blessed period of completion and new beginnings. Your light is shining brightly, and the right people are going to be drawn to it. The brutal change mentioned in the title is really about the death of old patterns and the birth of new dynamics. This person is going to have to confront the reality that they lost their position of power in your life, not because you are playing games, but because you genuinely grew beyond needing their approval. The Page of Swords suggests communication is coming, and when it does, you will be armed with the High Priestess wisdom to discern truth from manipulation. Stay in your power, Taurus. Keep building your empire, keep trusting yourself, and watch how the energy shifts around you. People who took you for granted are about to realize what they lost, and whether they can step up to deserve a place in your new chapter remains to be seen. But one thing is absolutely certain: you are no longer available to play small or accept breadcrumbs, and that is the change that is going to rock their world. Can anyone else feel this energy shifting? Drop a comment if this resonated with where you are right now.